Michael Tait is gay. This woman and his best friend Tobi Mark said it.
When I met Michael, we immediately became best friends.
He was like my first really true white best friend, if I had to, draw it all out here.
We went to rival high schools, but the truth is Mike was in the glee club and I was on the basketball team. so we played each other, but we were in different activities, let's put it that way. At university, Michael and I were inseparable.
Michael and I were inseparable. You can imagine what that means.
I mean, literally.
We couldn't get in the same room for the first semester and it about killed us. So when we finally got in the same room, we actually took our bunks off of their little, stands and put them down next to each other so we could sleep beside each other. So we wanted just to, be pals and just know that, okay, my buddy's asleep and everything's cool,
There was something that just clicked.
Just like brothers. He's right about that. We were like brothers in college.
Probably the most intense relationship until my wife that I've ever had.
What does he mean by that? Were they in a relationship?
Probably the most intense relationship until my wife that I've ever had.
What type of relationship are we talking about? This is the question that should be asked. Who is Tobi Mark? We're going to talk about Tobi Mark, but before we do, let's proceed.
I spent time last week, speaking of Tobi Mac, one of my besties in life.
He has spoken about Tobi Mark for many years, and even now, after all this time, many are still curious to know the truth. Michael Tait was born to his parents, Emery and Alice, and grew up in Washington, D.C. He came from a Christian family, which shaped his faith and love for music. Like many famous people, he faced challenges with his personal identity and the pressure of what others expected from him. There have been numerous videos surfacing claiming that Michael Tait is gay. As a faith-based channel, we believe it is important to address this matter and bring it to the table, so believers can be informed about the person they have believed to be serving God in spirit and truth.
Being single is not by choice for me. I spent time last week, speaking of Tobi Mac, one of my besties in life, and his wife and his 5 kids. And I said, if I have one regret in life, this is deep. I haven't said this much on film, guys, so I appreciate this. One regret in life, I look back, I would probably gotten married earlier, period, and had some kids, because now I'm 49, I'm not sitting there going, oh, lonely, woe is me, lonely Prince Tate, or whatever. No, none of that. The fact is, I think I'd have made a pretty good dad.
Michael Tait is not married. In an interview with WayFM, he expressed regret over not having married and had children, acknowledging that he might have made a good father. He compared his situation to that of the Apostle Paul, who lived a celibate life devoted to ministry. Tait emphasized his commitment to living day by day, staying focused on his faith, and being married to the Word. Everything Michael Tait has said seems to go against him. At times, he has been clear about the truth, but because it hadn't been exposed before, no one took it seriously until now. Is he truly married to the Word or the world? It's widely known that Michael Tait has shown little interest in a commitment to marriage, yet he lied in the interview about it.
My mom always said, honey, don't marry the one you can live with, marry the one you can't live without. And there's lots of those girls I've met in the past I could live without. But the true honest side, I'm pretty selfish, because the flesh side of me says, I want you when I want you, and when I go do my own thing, I'm gonna do my own thing. So that kind of attitude, probably not healthy for a marriage. I look at it both sides. You can be Paul and not have kids, not have a wife. But I see myself as Paul now, so to speak. But I would much rather, in another mind life, I'm like, okay, you know what? Hey, why not have kids? Get married, have a couple kids, and pass on the Tate name, So that's just reality.
For several reasons, I feel that a thorough investigation should be made into the Newsboys team, but it hasn't been. In a recent video, Newsboys made a statement ahead of their music tour, which has sparked a lot of attention. It's unfortunate that many people have already sided with them.
Let's try this one. Here we go. Thank you, guys. That means a lot, and we're just so grateful to be here right now. And we wanted to come out before we play and just tell you for just a few minutes a little bit about what's been going on, if you don't know. And yeah, you can have a seat for just a second. And then you're going to be right back up on your feet, okay? First of all, I'm Adam Agee, this is Jeff Frankenstein, and Joey Davis, Duncan Phillips. And we're the Newsboys. Duncan, Jody, and Jeff have been in the band for over 30 years. And my first tour with the band, my first experience with Newsboys was in 2007. I had a band called Stellar Card and got to go out and tour with these guys. And and we've known each other for a long time, and I've been blessed and honored to be a part of this band now for about 3 years. And so we've been doing a lot of life together. And as a lot of you guys know, our former lead singer for the last 15 years played his last show with us in November of last year. And in January, he came to us and he confessed that he'd been living a double life and he wanted to get help. And so he checked into a facility in Utah, and we encouraged him to do that. And we had to ask ourselves, what's next? And we prayed about it, and we all felt that God wanted us to move forward, and we felt like we still had a ministry and a mission to do, and so we continue to move on. And for the last 6 months, we've played everywhere from New York to Florida to California to right here in Arizona, and we have seen the most amazing people and the most amazing crowds, and we've seen the Spirit do things that have been, it's been so encouraging, and we've just had the best time as a band with you guys on the road. And then a couple of weeks ago, our world was rocked by the devastating news about what that confession and what that double life really was. And we were shocked because in January he had mentioned a few things about substance abuse and some personal struggles he was having at home when he wasn't on the road, but never anything of the magnitude of what we read and what was reported, and never anything ever, he never said anything that could have made us ever think that it could possibly be a danger to others or anything like that. And so it was so shocking to us because it's not the guy that we knew. The guy that we knew that we'd been on the road with, he was our bandmate, he was our brother, and he was a friend to our families, to our kids. We got 14 kids between us, and he was a friend to our families. He would come over to our house and hang out. We'd go over to his house and take our kids over there and watch the Super Bowl at his house because it was awesome. And it's just been devastating for us. And our families have felt like our names have been just dragged through the mud because of all this. And it's really, really hurt our kids. And
love you guys. Love you. Love you. God is greater than that.
And as a result of all this and the things that have come out that he's done, that he's confessed to, we've been dropped from our record label. We've had radio stations pull our music, and we've been canceled by promoters and venues all over the world. but not tonight. Not in Arizona. Not in my home state. Not like Brian Cole and Extreme Faith Productions, who still believes in Newsboys. I grew up here. I've known Brian and the Extreme Faith crew for 20 years. Went to Arizona State University. I met my wife here. I was a part of starting many churches here, one including The Bridge, who we started right there. My youth group's here tonight. My pastors, my friends are here. My family's here. And we felt love in the pre-show meet and greet. We feel so much love right now. We cannot wait to have a great show with you guys tonight and worship together. Thank you for being here. We love you. We'll see you again.
The situation is complicated by the fact that there are numerous videos and footage circulating showing the scandal involving Michael Tait. This is particularly concerning because Tate, the same person at the center of these controversies, had been working closely with Newsboys for several years.